Hey guys, my name is Dilip Dwivedi and I'm from English Arena. Now in this video, I'm going to teach you present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. And guys, the word is pronounced as continuous. Continuous, not continuous. I have heard many people, they pronounce this word as continuous. Okay, so the correct pronunciation for this word is continuous. All right, so as I told you that I'm going to talk about present continuous tense. In this video I'll tell you the usage, like how do we use, when do we use present continuous tense, the formulation, like how do we make sentences, and I will also talk about lots of example just to make it more clear. So if you're ready, we can start. So guys, let's start with the lesson. First, I will talk about usage, like when do we use present continuous tense. So we use present continuous tense to talk about progressive action in the present, right? So guys, basically we use present continuous tense to talk about the unfinished action. That means the doer has started the action, but it has not been finished. It has not been finished yet. Okay, the doer is in the middle of doing that action. All right, often it is happening at the time of speaking. All right, so basically guys, we use present continuous tense to talk about an action which is happening at the time of speaking. All right, for example, if I have to give you the first example, I am making this video. So at this point of time, I am making this video. Or you are learning present continuous tense, right? You're learning present continuous tense. Or my wife is cooking food in the kitchen. So at this point of time, my wife is cooking food, right? The time when I'm speaking, at this time, she is cooking food in the kitchen. Or my son is playing game on his phone. All right. So guys, if you go through these examples that I have shared here, these examples are actually related to the action which are happening at the time of speaking. Okay. Now, we also use present continuous tense to talk about an action which hasn't been finished yet, but that action is not happening at the time of speaking. All right. That action is not happening at the time of speaking. For example, if I have to say that I'm working on my website these days. So these days, what I'm doing here is actually I'm working on my website. So at this point of time, I'm not working on my website. I'm making video. But as I told you that I have started the action, that means I have started working on my website, but I haven't finished it yet. The work is continue. The work is in continuous situation. All right. Let's go for another example. My wife is reading an interesting book. So perhaps she's not reading. In fact, I would say that she is not reading at this point of time. She is cooking food, but she has started reading the books and she hasn't finished it yet. All right. Or my friend wants to go to London and he's learning English. Or she is writing a poem for her beloved. She is writing a poem for her beloved. Now, guys, let's talk about another usage. So we use present continuous tense to talk about changes happening around now. So whatever changes which are happening around now, to talk about these actions, we use present continuous tense. For example, the population of the world is increasing very fast. Okay. Or your English is getting better. Or the world is changing. The world is changing. Things never stay the same. Or the cost of living is increasing day by day. Every year, things are more expensive. So the part which says the cost of living is increasing day by day, that is in present continuous tense. All right. And guys, we use present continuous tense to talk about all temporary action which are happening around now but don't happen all the time. They don't happen all the time. Okay. For example, MCD department is sanitizing the all affected area of Delhi to control the coronavirus. So guys, MCD at this point of time, what MCD is doing, MCD is sanitizing the all affected area. So this is not the job of MCD, but because we are going through this epidemic, so to control the coronavirus, this is a temporary action that MCD is taking, is that MCD is sanitizing the all affected area of Delhi to control the coronavirus. Or we are staying at home to maintain the social distancing. So usually we don't stay at home all the time. We go to our work, we go to our office, we go to our classes, but because we have to maintain the social distancing, so at this point of time we are staying at our home to maintain the social distancing. Okay. Or I'm staying with my friends until I get a new flat. So for example, I'm new in any city and I'm looking for a new flat, but till the time I don't have a flat, I don't get a flat, what I'm doing is temporarily I'm staying with my friends. Okay. Or he's very busy these days as he's working on a big project. So he has got a big project. Due to that, he's very busy because he's working on that project. All right. And guys, we also use present continuous tense to talk about our future plans. Means what we have already arranged to do in the future, right? For example, I'm taking my wife for a movie tomorrow. I am taking my wife for a movie tomorrow. So I'm talking about something which is going to happen tomorrow. But what I have done here, if you see that, I have used present continuous tense because this is something that I have already arranged. Okay, this is my future plan and it has already been arranged. Or let's go for this one. My father is coming next week. So my father is coming next week. Okay, that's also I'm talking about future action, but present continuous tense has been used. Or they are arriving at 5:30 a.m. Now guys, one more thing, that we can also use I am going to do. That means I am going to plus the verb. Okay, that is also possible. For example, rather than saying I'm taking my wife for a movie tomorrow, I can also say that I'm going to take my wife for a movie tomorrow. Okay, so we use present continuous tense to talk about our future plans and arrangement. That means something that we have already arranged to do in the future. Okay, now guys, this is very important here, that we use continuous tenses for action and happening. For action and happening, some verbs are not the action verbs, like prefer, love, hate, want, know, seem, understand, remember, belong. They are not the action verbs, right? They are the stative verbs. They are the stative verbs, or you can also say they are the state verbs. And we normally don't use continuous tenses with these words, with these verbs. Okay. Guys, what I would do, that I will make another video regarding steady verbs, but today because we are talking about present continuous tense, so let's focus on present continuous. So I have given two examples here. So for example, I'm hungry. I am hungry and I want something to eat. I am hungry, I want something to eat. So I cannot say that I'm wanting something to eat. All right. If you say that I'm wanting something to eat, that is not correct. Or do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? So don't say that, are you understanding what I mean? All right. Now guys, let's talk about the formulation, like how do we make sentences of present continuous tense. So for affirmative, we start with subject, then we use helping verb. The helping verbs of present continuous tense, they are is, are, and am. With he, she, it, or any name, that means third person singular, we use is, like he is, she is. All right. And with you, we, and they, you, we, they, and third person plural, we use are. Okay. And am is used with I. So we start with subject, then is, are, or am. Then progressive verb. Progressive verb, that means the ing form of the verb and the object. For example, you are working hard today. You are working hard. So you is the subject, are is the helping verb, Working is the ing form of the verb. So you are working hard today. Yes, I have a lot to do. If I talk about negative, how do we formulate the negative sentence? So we start with subject, then the helping verb, and then not, then ing form of the verb and object. So for example, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I'm not going to work tomorrow. Let's talk about interrogative, the questions. How do we formulate questions? So we start with helping verb, which are is, are, or am, and then subject, then ing form, the verb and the object. For example, is she cleaning the room? Is she cleaning the room? So guys, this was all about present continuous tense. Guys, thank you very much for taking time and watching this video. I hope that you have understood it. But again, if you need any clarification, please leave a comment here and I will make another video on that. All right? If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe my channel, and share this video with your friends or family members so that they can also learn present continuous tense. Thank you very much again, and bye for now.